Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, Virgin Galactic gets FAA approval for full commercial launch license. Also, we got updates on AEA 2021, and U.S. advanced aerobatic team withdraws from troubled World Championships. Thank you for joining us this Monday. I'm your host, Kimberly Kay. After a lot of work, Virgin Galactic is able to celebrate a huge milestone. Virgin Galactic has reported that the FAA updated the company's existing commercial space transportation operator license to allow the space line to fly customers to space. The company also announced that it has completed an extensive review of data gathered from its May 22nd test flight. The adjustment to Virgin Galactic's operator's license marks the first time the FAA has licensed a space line to fly customers. Michael Colglazier, Chief Executive Officer of Virgin Galactic, said, "We're incredibly pleased with the results of our most recent test flight, which achieved our stated flight test objectives. The flight performed flawlessly, and the results demonstrated the safety and elegance of our flight system. Today's approval by the FAA of our full commercial launch license, in conjunction with the success of our May 22nd test flight, gives us confidence as we proceed toward our first fully crewed test flight this summer." The May 22nd test flight of VMS Eve and VSS Unity was the company's third crew space flight and the first ever space flight from Spaceport America, New Mexico. The flight achieved a speed of Mach 3 and reached space at an altitude of 55.5 miles. After the break, Retain Act will help protect against economic impact caused by GPS interference. More news after these messages.
At Diamond Aircraft, innovation is in our DNA. Whether you're taking to the skies for training or business travel, every aircraft in Diamond's lineup features innovative technology, an industry-leading safety record, superior performance and efficiency, and a comfortable flying experience. No other company has pioneered as many aviation firsts, achieved more milestones, or received the same amount of industry praise as Diamond. Discover why Diamond Aircraft is one of the most trusted manufacturers in aviation at diamondaircraft.com.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John Kay.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/Rusty today for details.
Welcome back. With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're going to be summarizing some other interesting stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. Retain Act will help protect against economic impact caused by GPS interference. ALPA has applauded Senator Jim Inhofe, Tammy Duckworth, and Mike Rounds today for introducing the Recognizing and Ensuring Taxpayer Access to Infrastructure Necessary for GPS and Satellite Communications Act of 2021, or the Retain Act. The proposed bipartisan legislation will ensure that those negatively impacted, both in the public and private sector, can recover costs accrued from GPS and satellite communication interference caused by Ligado Network's operations. FAI notes 5-year anniversary of Solar Impulse 2 Atlantic crossing. 5 years ago, on June 23, 2016, the explorer and innovator Bertrand Piccard made the world's first Atlantic solar-powered flight, flying from New York, USA to Seville, Spain on the 17th leg of the Solar Impulse 2 project's historic round-the-world voyage. The flight which used no fossil fuels and made zero emissions, broke 4 FAI records for distance, speed, and altitude. The original flight path was set to mirror pilot Charles Lindbergh's transatlantic solo crossing from New York to Paris in 1927. However, poor weather conditions meant that the Solar Impulse 2 was required to make its European touchdown in Seville. UND adds another R-44 Cadet to training fleet. In May, the University of North Dakota took delivery of its 5th R-44 Cadet helicopter. This Cadet, like the university's other 4 cadets, will be used for flight training at UND's helicopter division located in Grand Forks, North Dakota. UND took delivery of its first Cadet in 2017, and by the end of 2020, had fully transitioned to an all R-44 helicopter fleet. Drone Advisory Committee attempts to rewrite Aviation Lexicon. According to a recent FAA missive, aviation is for everyone, and the Drone Advisory Committee is working to ensure that everyone feels included. During the DAC's last meeting, FAA requested that they explore a potential language change. As an example, they note that the technical term for drones is Unmanned Aircraft Systems, or UAS. Manned apparently choosing to define manned in terms of gender rather than species. Some of the committee's recommended replacements include aircrew for airman, technician for repairman, fabricated for man-made, and traditional aviation for manned aviation. Well, that does it for today's trip around the patch. Now let's return to the rest of the news. The 2021 Aircraft Electronics Association International Convention and Trade Show wrapped up last week, and it was quite the success. The industry came together, did great business, launched dozens of new products, and it was a sort of a reunion. After being forced to cancel in 2020 due to concerns associated with the pandemic, AEA delayed the event for over a year and settled on the June date, a bit later than the normal March schedule. Some 34 companies participated in the AEA New Product Introduction session, profiling dozens of new products. More than 100 hours of regulatory, technical, and business management training and professional development courses were conducted, and more than 120 companies filled the exhibit hall. Further, Kevin Misbach was honored as AEA Member of the Year, and Edmo Distributors was honored as the AEA Associate Member of the Year. And for ANN, as part of our 12-year partnership with AEA, we conducted over 10 hours of live streaming programs, which are now archived, viewable at the website you see here. After these messages, U.S. Advanced Aerobatic team withdraws from World Championships. I'll tell you why after the break.
When adventure is calling, the Bori by Aero Volga is the plane you need to answer the call. Bori's composite design is simple, reliable, and economical, with impressive performance and no gimmicks. Designed for the wilderness and proven durability in a flight around the Arctic Circle, the Bori has what it takes to handle your next adventure. Featuring 2 large cargo compartments, a comfortable modern cockpit, and a Rotax 912 power plant, the Bori Amphibian is now available in Canada. Experience the Bori for yourself at flightsimple.com.
Aviation Safety Resources is disrupting the market for aircraft emergency parachute recovery systems. ASR systems are smaller, lighter weight, and offer longer repack cycles than similar products available in the current market. ASR has a recovery system available for every type of aircraft: sport, experimental, light sport, general aviation, urban air mobility, vertical takeoff and landing, electric propulsion, and unmanned aerial systems. Find the right product for your aircraft at aviationsafetyresources.com.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
Welcome back. Even though the U.S. Advanced Aerobatic team was excited for the World Championships, they decided to withdraw after weeks of turmoil. After weeks of turmoil by those supposedly responsible for the World Advanced Aerobatic Championships and reports of all manner of problems, the U.S. team has withdrawn from the event. The USA's support for international aerobatic competition is unwavering, but the international sanctioning body SEVA came up with a plan that was entirely incompatible with the needs of the U.S. team, said IAC President Jim Burke. He also goes on to say, "Our team could not work with the changing contest dates or venues, which made it impossible to ship planes, nor could they arrange to have a coach present at the contest. One by one of our team members left the team feeling discouraged. I've asked the IAC SEVA delegate Mike Galloway to express our profound disappointment and feelings of discouragement at the next SEVA plenary, and to protest the transformation of what would be a world event into an event that is run entirely by and for teams from continental Europe. My thanks to everyone on the U.S. team for the amazing effort they put forward this year. They may not find a place on the podium, but they served their country well." That does it for our show today. I'm your host, Kimberly Kay. You can catch episodes of Airborne on Roku and Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne in the directory. And don't forget to follow us on social media and feel free to comment with story ideas or just to say hi. We hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching.